So you're studying for the SAT Math Level 2 subject test. You've come to the right place. I'm Dan from WeWillTeachYouMath.com. Guys, when you're using these videos to study, make sure you pause the video at the beginning when the problem first comes on the screen and try it on your own. Most of your practice should be done this way, actively and independently. Then, if after you try the problem on your own, you still find it tricky, that's when you watch the video explanation. In fact, you can use any resources that you have available to you to try to figure it out so that the next time a similar problem comes your way, you'll be ready. Enjoy, and thanks for watching.
32. If a square prism is inscribed in a right circular cylinder of radius 3 and height 6, the volume inside the cylinder but outside the prism is what? If we have a square prism, what does that really mean? That's basically a box, right? Except they're specifying that it has a square base. So it's no big a deal than square base and then some height. Well, I guess in this drawing, the bottom would be the base. But for our purposes, this is being inscribed in a right circular cylinder. So let's try to make an attempt at drawing this. We have a circular base, then a height, and then inside there's a square. So it may not look square on my sketch here because the circle is actually oval, but that's a square. And the same can be said on top. And then going up, it's going to actually be a little trickier to draw on top. And again, this is just a rough sketch, so yours may be better. This thing goes the whole height. So what they want to know is the volume that's outside this square prism, this box, but inside the cylinder. So that's everything that's out here and out here. And the way to find that volume, since the square prism is inscribed in the cylinder, is to just find the total volume of the cylinder based on its dimensions that we've been given and subtract from that the volume of the box. I'm just going to call it a box instead of a square prism. So what are the dimensions of the cylinder? Well, the cylinder has radius 3 and height 6. And the volume of a cylinder is determined by pi r squared, which is the area of the circular base, times the height. So in this case, that's pi times 3 centimeters squared times the height, which is 6. So that's 9 times 6 is 54 pi. So now we just need to subtract from that the volume of the box. But we don't really know the exact dimensions of the box. We know that its height runs the whole height of the cylinder. So if the cylinder has a height of 6, then the box has a height of 6. But what about the base dimensions, right? We know the base is a square, and we know the radius of the circle is 3. So if we draw a line from the center of the circle to the corner of the square base, we know that dimension is 3. Now suppose we were to extend that line to the far corner, then we would know that the full length of the diagonal of the square is the diameter of the circle. I'll say that again. The diameter of the circle is 2 radii, right? The radii is 3, so the diameter is 6. And that diameter traverses the diagonal of the square base for the box. So we now know, let's draw a square off on the side. So this represents the base of the box, and it's a square. We know that the length of the diagonal is 6. And since it's a square, it's a right isosceles triangle. It's a 45, 45, 90 special right triangle. And based on the length of that diameter being 6, we right away know the length of the sides has to be 6 over root 2. Right, that's the relationship between the hypotenuse of a right isosceles triangle and the legs is, you divide by root 2 to get from the hypotenuse to the leg, or multiply by root 2 to get from the leg to the hypotenuse. So now that we have that, we can find the area of the square is just 6 over root 2 times 6 over root 2, or 6 over root 2 squared, which is 36 over 2, which is 18. So now the volume of the box is the area of its base, that square, which is 18, times the height, which is 6. And 6 times 18 is 60 and 48, which is 108. So now to answer their question, the volume inside the cylinder but outside the prism is 54 pi minus 108. And if you put that in your calculator, you will get 61.6. C is the answer.
Hi, thanks for watching. If anything's still confusing or you need a little extra help, drop me an email, leave a comment, or give me a call. I answer every message. And if you want to check out more videos like this, visit wewillteachyoumath.com. See you in the next video.